my loves. As most of you know, my name is Christina, also known as the Relationship Boss, and it's been a while since I have recorded any new episodes, any new videos, because it's summer, and if I'm really honest with myself, I get lazy during the summer. I don't want to be working and doing things during the summer, but I also had like kind of a very reinventing type of a summer as well. And I've kind of learned that when you are growing, when you're evolving, when you are healing, it kind of forces you into reinvention. So like with growth comes reinvention. And like when I think about that and I like thought about that, I was like, well, actually that's very true, because every chapter of my life that I have grown, there's been some form of a reinvention, right, of myself. When I left an unhealthy relationship, I had to figure out who I even was. That was a growth moment, and then came a moment of reinvention. And every single chapter, getting engaged, moving in with my partner, being in a long-term relationship, starting my business, then having a moment where I wanted to reinvent my business because I was growing within my business, right? I wasn't who I am. I am not now who I was when I first started this business to begin with. It's gone through multiple chapters. It's been, 4 years since I've started this. And I've changed a lot along the way. And I think that starting my business has been one of the biggest growth opportunities of my life and healing opportunities of my life. And I've reinvented this podcast a couple of times now, but it's because I just kind of seem to adapt and reinvent in ways that feel aligned for me in that moment. And now I feel like I'm ready to reinvent again. And so if you've noticed, I changed the name to the Relationship Boss Academy because I felt like it was time for reinvention. Over the summer, I did grow. I know that a lot of stuff was going on astrologically this summer, but I don't know if anybody else can relate, but I felt as if I was like losing a part of myself or grieving a part of myself. And it was a familiar feeling because I have been there before when I've grown in each of my different chapters. But for some reason, I was way more in tune to those feelings of what I was actually experiencing this summer. And as the summer came to an end, I just knew something had to change. And I'm never, sometimes it's hard for me to tell when the universe is talking to me or a thought pops into my head or it's my intuition, but I'm learning how to figure that out. So my intuition told me to change the name of the podcast and do things just a little bit differently. Not a lot differently, just a little bit differently. And so the new name has become the Relationship Boss Academy because I want this to feel like relationship school, okay? I've had so many conversations and realized that we should have been learning a lot of stuff in school that we were never taught. Like, I'm sure that you can think of like 3 to 4 subjects that you were taught in school that you don't even use today. I had to take geometry twice because I failed the first time. I've never used geometry since. I don't think I've ever had to use algebra 2, but that's just because I'm not an engineer or anything along those lines. Like, I wish that I learned how to create a healthy relationship in school. I wish that I learned what self-love means in school and how to actually love yourself. I wish I learned how to healthily communicate my feelings and what I needed in school, right? And I think that it's like everything we needed to know but never learned. And I want this to be that space where you feel like you were learning something each and every single day. So my goal is to put out Relationship Academy classes every single day. They'll just be little blurbs for you to kind of like learn something and relate to and feel like you're not alone in this crazy world of relationships that we're trying to create. So on top of that, there will be, of course, the unfiltered and the bonus episodes that, I'll bring on my husband and talk about some of that juicy stuff that we all want to know that no one ever likes to talk about, and other family members and other special guests, and you'll be able to access those via Patreon. So I'm excited, and I hope you guys are excited too. And I'm already going to be putting out your first 2 lessons, so enjoy. And just know that I love you so much and thank you for supporting me through all of the growth and all of the reinvention and all of the different chapters of the world of me. I love you guys, and if you're listening to this in the morning, afternoon, or night, I hope you have an amazing morning, afternoon, or night.